So hello again, beautiful people. My name is Paula, and I also come from Portugal. Today is the day from Portugal. I don't know if you've noticed this. We have a lot of talkers today here from Portugal, and I'm also here in Lisbon. And I'm so glad that you invite me to come to these meetings. I already knew Mike from a previous group that we had. He participated in a small course that we did, a foundation course, and I had the pleasure to meet him. And he talked about these meetings, and then I received this invitation from Gina. Thank you so much, Gina. It's wonderful to be here. And today I'm going to be talking about 9-star key. You all know about 9-star key, right? Yeah, yeah. And do you use it in your own lives, personal lives? Yeah, you do? A lot or just a little bit? A lot.
I personally use it when I meet someone and I want to have a sense to understand them.
Yeah, of course. Well, we should use it every time, because I normally say that the 9-star key is like a manual, that we should all receive when we are born. We should all receive this manual in order to better understand ourselves. But just to give you a little bit of my perspective, because I'm not really talking about a 9-star key exactly. I'm not really going to talk about the matrix of our energetic matrix. I'm going to talk about the cycles that we are living in 2022. But in order to do that, I'm just going to give you some insights of how I see 9-star key. I started using 9-star key 25 years ago. It's a long passion of mine. It's a subject that I've really studied and really became part of me. I already wrote a book about it. And the main thing that a 9-star key can bring us to our lives is this perspective of this reminds us that we are all nature, that all human beings are like everything in nature. We are also nature. I'm going to share something with you. Can you help me share my? Oh, I can. Thank you. Okay. Are you all seeing my my computer?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is easy for us to get where I want you to be with me. So just a little bit about application and origin. 9-star key came to the West by the hands of a Mr. Takashi Yoshikawa and also Mishukushi. You all know these names, right? But this is a kind of tool of knowledge that is it's old. It has more than 4,000 years old. It comes from the study of I Ching and the trigrams and the hexagrams. This knowledge started in ancient China, but actually it became more popular in Japan. And this is a very simple system, at least the way Mishu and Takashi developed it to us in order for us to use it. This is a very simple system to use, and it's a wonderful learning personal tool for us to know each other and to know the rhythms that we receive when we are born. So using 9-star key, we can know about our own personality, and we can know about our dynamics in our relationships. We can also learn how to use it in order to better understand how to move, if one direction is good for us in a particular time, but especially we can use it in order to better connect with the energy of a given year. Because according to 9-star key, every year we are receiving a different rhythm in our own energy. And if we use it right, then we can better understand and connect with the energy of a particular time. You know, most of our problems in life, I think, at least I think of this, I don't know if you agree with me, most of our problems in life is that sometimes we want to do things and we want things to happen to us, and we don't have patience to wait. We want things to happen now, not not tomorrow, right? We have this idea and we want things to happen now, and sometimes we don't understand why we work and we try and we try and we try and things don't happen to us. This is even more important for younger people. You know, younger people, they have they struggle a lot in their youth when they're trying to connect with what they want to be, to understand who they are, understand what they are doing here. And sometimes they struggle, never to realize how they can really connect with the energy of a given time, of a given year. Because we know that we can send a seed into the earth, right? And we know that if we take care of it, it will grow and it will give fruits. But the problem with our lives, so many times, some may not always be like this, but many times it is. We know that we have to let go of the seed. We know that it will grow, but we forget that we have to have patience in order for it to grow. We need to wait. We need to give water to it. We need to give love to it. And our life is that love, that unconditional love that we need to understand in order to apply to everything that we do and wherever we are. So 9-star key tells us that since we are all nature, and also time is also an expression of that nature, every year there is one of the 5 elements of nature that is more strong in that particular year. And because we were born during that year, then we receive that rhythm in our own matrix. And this means that this is our seed. This is how we are built. We are that energy. I don't know if you all know how to find out your 9-star key, Mingwa, but before that, we need to understand that these rhythms, they have a kind of representation. I don't have time to explain all of this to you because I only have 45 minutes, but here's a small presentation. So we have 5 elements in Chinese metaphysics. We have water, we have wood, we have fire, we have earth, and we have metal. And in order to use the 9-star key, we make a connection between these 5 elements and 9 numbers from 1 to 9. Actually, these 9 expressions of energy, they come from the observation of the Big Dipper in the sky a long time ago. And they did this connection between these 9 stars and the elements of nature, and also yin and yang, and also the trigrams. I don't have time to explain that to you now. All you need to know now to understand what I'm trying to explain to you is these 5 elements, they are expressed into these 9 numbers. And it goes like this, exactly like you have it here. You have water, and to water, there's number 1. This is water yang. Earth, its numbers 2, 5, and 8. 2 is earth yin, 8 is earth yang. Wood is numbers 3 and 4. 3 is yang, 4 is yin. Metal is 6 and 7. 6 is metal yang, 7 is metal yin. And finally, we have 9, fire, which is yin energy. Okay? Now that you've learned this, you need to learn how you can understand your Minghua. So this, in order for you to discover your Mingwa, who knows their own Mingwa? Everybody here knows their Mingwa? Everybody? No? Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do it. Just need to look. Sorry, I'm going to share this again because I wanted to see you. And when I share my screen, I cannot see you. So here you have the math. You have to know a little bit of math, but it's not too complicated. All you need to do is you need to add all the digits from your birth year. But pay attention to something, because here we are using a special type of calendar. We are using the solar Chinese calendar. So according to this calendar, the year always begins between or starts around February 3rd, 4th, or 5th. This means that whoever is born before February 2 always belongs to the previous year, okay? People that are born after February 6, they already belong to this year. But people that are born between 3, 4, or 5, they need to check it in a special calendar, okay? Normally, the year changes around 3, 4 of February, okay? This year, for instance, it changed February 4. But before the 2nd of February, you don't make any mistake. It belongs to the previous year. So after you decided what year you were born, you need to add all the digits of this year, exactly as I have it here. I have here my own year. I have 1973. So I've added all these numbers until I have a number between 1 and 9, okay? So I did this, so I get 20. So 20 is higher than 1 and 9, so I keep adding. So 2 plus 0 is 2. And now I need to do a final thing. I need to subtract that number from that addiction. I need to subtract to 11. And then I get a number between 1 and 9. And that is it, okay? So I'm going to give you a few moments. I will continue explaining, and I'm going to give you a few moments for you to everyone do the math and find out their own Mingwa, okay? Yeah? Everybody's doing the math or not so much? Okay, I hope so. Here you have another example. Someone that was born in 2005. So 2005, it's a 7. 11 minus 7 is a 4. So it's a Loshu 4. Someone born in 1973 is a Loshu 9. Okay, and then you go here again, and I give you this information again. So water is 1, earth is 2, 5, and 8, wood is 3 and 4, metal is 6 and 7, and finally 9 is fire. Everyone got this?
Is there a reason it's called the male Mingwa?
Yeah, because there's a female Mingwa that is used to feng shui calculations, but not to this kind of calculations, Gina. Okay, but it's for everybody, you know. This is just an expression, doesn't really mean anything. It's just to clarify, because we have another kind of Mingwa that we use when we are doing feng shui calculations, just for women. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
You said 1 yin is yang, and it's water, and I always thought of water as yin, so I'm a little bit confused there.
We don't have time to go there, but please remember something. Please remember something, Clara. Nothing ever is completely yin or completely yang.
I know that.
That's a rule, right? In this kind of perception here in 9-star key, we say that water is yang. And it has to do with the trigram that is connected to water, because every one of these elements, of these numbers, have a trigram. Trigram is a group of lines, and they have specific associations, like, for instance, a member of a family, okay? And water one will be the middle son in the family. That is why here in 9-star key, we say that water is yang, okay? But in other considerations, yes, of course, water is yin, okay? Because it's quiet and we go inside and everything is quiet, so that's really yin, right? But it's also very structured, so it's and focused, so that's also very yang, right? So never forget, you cannot never call something specifically yang or specifically yin. It
Right.
always has to do with the perception that you are using in order to classify that on that special phenomenon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go on. Everyone has their own Mingwa? Hope so, because I have to go on. I hope so. Okay, so let's find out what kind of rhythm are we going to receive in 2022? In order to do this, we need to use, this board. Do you know this board? This is called the Lo Shu. Do you know this? Anyone knows this? Yes, of course. You all, almost everyone knows Lo Shu. Lo Shu is just a sequence of numbers. When you look at this, it's just a sequence of numbers. But in Chinese metaphysics, this is a very specific and very special sequence of numbers, because this sequence of numbers is used for almost every calculation that we do in the arts of Chinese metaphysics, especially Chinese astrology, especially, of course, 9-star key, and also feng shui. And we use this reference map, because this is a reference map for us, in order to do something that we call to fly the stars. Have you ever heard about flying stars? Yes, okay. I can see some of you who I can see say yes, others I cannot see. So I hope you are all following me. That's we don't have too much time, so you have to follow me as best as you can. So we're gonna use this map reference, because this map reference is the reference that we use in order to create all the calculations, and also to see what cycle we are experiencing in a given year. So here we have two maps. We have the map for 2022 and also the map for 2023 that I'm going to do with you. Because what can we find out here? When we do the math for 2022, for someone that was born in 2022, what is her or him, his Mingwa? Is a what? Someone that was born in 2022. He's a 5, right? He's a 5, exactly. So for every baby that was born from 4th of February 2022 till 3 of February 2023 will be Earth 5. And that rhythm will be with that person for the rest of his or her life, okay? And that will be his or her maximum expression. But also that energy is at the center this year, and we use that energy to do the map for this year, for 2022. So we put the 5-star in the middle, and then we put all numbers around it. And what do we notice for this year? We notice that the map for 2022, every energy is in its own space. Can you see? The 5 is in the center. The fire is in the 9 fires is in the south. The water one is in the north. And so exactly as this map here. Can you see? Yeah? Can you see? Can you all see? It's the same map. This means that in 2022, we are receiving the energy that we are all in our own houses. And that is what I'm going to explain what it means after. But before that, we're going to do together the map for 2023 to see what happens. When we do the map for 2023, what is the Mingwa for 2023? Can you tell me? No one wants to participate. Okay, Gina, thank you, Gina, for helping me. It's a 4, exactly. So if I want to do the map for 2023, where will I put the 4?
In the center.
Right in the center.
In the center, exactly. Now, this map has a particular way of being done. We have to respect the way the energies move, and there's a specially way they move, and I don't have time to explain to you how this works. You just need to watch it. So we put 4 in the center because 4 is the energy for 2023, and we put the rest of the numbers. So 4 comes here, here comes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, and 3. And this is the map for 2023. And what does this mean? This means that in 2022, for someone who is, for instance, a water one person in 2022, he or she is receiving the energy of water in their lives, and we will see what this means. Okay, a person that is a Earth 2, they are receiving this year the energy of Earth 2. A person that is a Wood 3, they are receiving the energy of Wood 3, and so on and so forth. In 2023, everyone will move one place further. That is why we see that in our personal cycles, we move from 1 to 9. But the year this is a young cycle, but the years, they are moving in a yin circle. Because as you can see, when we do the math for 2021 was what star?
Had to be 6.
Exactly, it was a 6. So 2022 is a 5. 2023 will be a 4. So what's happening to the energy? Is decreasing or rising? Yeah, so it's going from 9 to 1, okay? But us, in our lives, we are fulfilling a young circle of transformation. We are receiving a young stimulus. For instance, a person that it is in 2022, a 1, it will be in the water cycle. But in 2023, look where they will be. They are here, okay? So we cross-reference between this chart here and this chart here. What is this space here? What kind of energy normally is here? Tell me.
You can see on the chart on the left that that's the space of the earth energy.
Exactly. So this means that for next year, people that are a 1 energy, they will be receiving a 2 earth energy stimulus. Okay? Last year this year they are in the house of water. Next year they will be in the house of earth 2. And people that are a 2, they are in the house of wood 3. And people that are a 3, they are receiving the rhythm, sorry, of wood 4 and so forth, okay? So this is the way the cycles move in our life. And this is important. Why? Well, I imagine life, you know, I love music, I love to dance, and I believe that most of our lives, it's all about adaptation. It's all about rhythm. It's all about the way we move through life. And we need to adapt to the rhythm that is calling in that specific time. So for instance, if you are really wanting something to happen in your life, you have a new plan and you want to do all the logistics for that plan and try to get new people to come together, and you are, for instance, in a cycle that is asking you to stop and just plan, nothing will happen because the energy is not ready for you yet. It's not ready for your plans. So what do we need to do in order to better make use of our energy? We need to pay attention to the cycle we are living. In order to do that, we need to know about our Mingwa. So if you are a water 1, this year in 2022, you are living a rhythm of water. So this year is good for what? Water, as Clara was saying, is something that is still. The motion here is very slow. That is why she was having trouble understanding why is she calling it yang, because it's so still. Yes, it's a rhythm that asks us to stand still. So if we are a water 1 person and we are in a year that is water 1, then we need to use this year to do what? Well, the best thing is to plan for the next 9 cycles, to plan for other things we want to do. We can reflect and we can study. Imagine that you have a master's degree that you never finished or a course that you never finished. Well, if you do it in a water 1 cycle period, you will have wonderful return, because this is the perfect year for you to do that. It's perfect to study. It's not good for you to expose yourself too much socially. You should not use it to go outside a lot. Of course, you can go outside, but not too much social life. And it's really the perfect condition for you to dream and to create new plans, to create the logistics of a new plan, to follow your own rhythm. And this is also a perfect year for you to create from inside out, because you know water is all about wisdom. So this is the perfect year for you to listen to your inner voice, you know, that inner voice that normally knows the best way for you to go. So this is the time to reflect, a time to for self-development, a time to do more courses, more improvement in yourself, a perfect time to do that, not the time to invest outside. Okay,
So this is Clara.
Well, I don't know, it is. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
Clara.
among others. Yeah.
Okay, and others, of course. Yeah. Okay, Clara. So I hope you enjoy your water 1 because this is the year. This is the year of your own energy. So everyone is very powerful this year. We are all receiving our own rhythms. Okay. As 2 people, well, here the energy moves also very slowly. So it's not really a good time to take risks. If you want to do it, just wait a little bit more, because this is not the time to do it. You dreamed about something in water one cycle. Now it's the time to create the space to really make that plan go forward. It's a wonderful year to invest in your own relationships. It's good to get married. You can also be a father or a mother in this year. It's good for that also. But it's especially a wonderful year for investing in relationships or new partnerships. Of course, you can don't try to do a lot this year because it's a slow energy, but don't stagnate. Also, you need to balance between the perception of doing something and not investing too much into materializing things. It's also a good year to change your diet. A wonderful year to start eating better. If you want to become a macrobiotic, start in a Earth 2 year. The year will help you keep that diet for a long time. Whatever you do in terms of food during this period, it will be very good for your own personal health. But also you can change houses in this cycle. It's good for you to change house here because it will help you find a better place for you. And of course, people that are here this year, they are also two Earth 2 people. They are the mothers of the world. So the best way to really connect with the energy of this year is just to be receptive. I noticed that the previous talker was talking about people like most of the time like to give because they are in a position of control, but not really to receive. So Earth 2 cycle teaches us about this, teaches us about being receptive, because if we want to give something to others, we need to pay attention to ourselves first, and we need to nourish ourselves first. And we should use Earth 2 cycle in order to learn how to do this. Okay? Wood 3 people, well, they move a lot and they don't like to be stagnant. They are always finding new things to do. So when we get to this Wood 3 cycle, then of course also the rhythm of the energy of the year will express that. So in a Wood 3 cycle, what happens is a lot of opportunities come around. And we have a lot of things always going on at the same time. So the best advice for this cycle is pay attention to the focus of your energy, because you'll see you have one opportunity, another opportunity, and you may lose yourself in the process. So you need to pay attention what you want, choose what you want, and then go forward. It's the best time to take risks. If you want to do something new, if you have an idea that you've developed in the cycle 1 and then the logistics you developed in cycle 2, now it's the time for you to take risks and show your idea like a warrior. Just go outside and show yourself and believe in yourself, because you're going to make it. Everyone who is a Wood 3 person is here. So you can all receive this energy and take risks, but beware of focus and beware of speed. Don't drive too fast, because everyone who is in this cycle has the tendency of driving too fast. So take care, okay? Take care with this energy. Wood 4 people is also—
This one's the best.
This is yours, Gina. Wood 4 is yours?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, it's a very nice cycle, you know, because It always brings also new opportunities because it's a wood energy also. And it has a connection with blessings, blessings that come from the sky, you know? So and normally this cycle is somewhat also connected with the idea of marriage. So it's a good year to find someone also, and just to be open to the opportunities that come from heaven. It's a good phase. It's a wood phase. It's a good phase. It brings the energy of the wind. So it's also good for traveling. If you're planning to travel this year, traveling is good for you this year. But there's a down spot, and the down spot is indecision. So don't beware of indecision. Don't let yourself be led by it. Just, you know, if you have more than one opportunity, just choose one, because you have a wonderful capacity of adapt to things. So whatever you choose, it would be the right thing for you to choose. Okay. And here the advice is just be the flow. Just let things go. Just be the flow, exactly like the wind, and adapt. Okay. 5 earth people. Well, 5 earth people. Sorry, I have to drink. 5 earth people, when they are in the center, they don't have any troubles because they are used to it. They are very strong. They are very resilient. They are very centered most of the times. So it doesn't matter. For them, it's okay to be in the Earth 5 cycle. But for other people, when you come to the Earth 5 center, you need to pay attention, because each one of us will go to the center sometimes. And when we are in the center, the best thing for us to do is to stay there and to stay quiet and not to do a lot of movement. So what does this mean? This is important. It is important for this cycle not to make hasty decisions. Don't start or finish anything by your own initiative when you are in Earth 5 cycle, because when you are in Earth 5 cycle, you are just like a child. And you need the universe to take care of you, not the other way around. So you need to wait for the opportunities to come to you during this period. And if the opportunities come to you, then you should say yes, because this is life telling you it's okay, you can go. But you should not move too much and find out opportunities. This is not a good year to do that. It's a good year to stay focused, to take care of your health, eat macrobiotics, and stay strong. Just navigate the tide and be the center, because everything will be happening too fast, and it's not good for you to change work. It's not really good to end a marriage or marry. No, it's just good to stay where you are and just empower yourself. And then next year, because next year will be sorry, a metal six year, and here the energy changes. So everyone who's here this year are the metal six people, and they are very, you know, they are very optimist. They are very structured. They know about responsibility, and they know about leadership. So every time we go to a metal 6 environment, we have the opportunity to learn how to deal with responsibility, to learn how to deal with our own personal power. This is also a year that brings us work and many times more responsibility. But we need to pay attention, because it also can bring an excess of authority, and we need to be careful with that, because it's not authority, it's leadership, it's self-power. But Everyone has the opportunity when they are in the metal 6 house to learn about their personal power. And it's a wonderful phase for consolidating projects that you have. And it's normally a year that brings money, brings some consequences from your hard work that you did before. And when you get to this phase, and for all metal 6 that are here this year, just be the power, just understand how important it is for you to connect with the power that you are and express yourself exactly as you are. Metal 6 people will be in a metal 7 people will be in the metal 7 house this year. And this is also metal, so it can also bring work and opportunities, but here the energy is more fluid, is more soft. It's a good opportunity for the relax. When metal 6-7 comes, the idea is, remember, it's not all about work. Please remember that there's also another side of life, that is to enjoy life, to enjoy love, to fall in love, to be creative about life, and just see how beautiful life can be. So this is a year to really connect with that side of life of enjoying ourselves. But beware, don't waste more money than you have. And it's also a good opportunity for travel, for relax, and for romance also. But beware, because sometimes people spend a little bit more than they have in this cycle. So that's not the idea. The idea is to use what you have, not what you don't have, okay? Earth 8 people, this is again an Earth house. So the energy here will be a little bit more stagnant, more, it's again, the movement is slow, but it's a little bit different from the other Earth houses, because when we come to this stage, life says something to us like this. Well, are you happy with who you are and what you have achieved? If not, then change it. You need to change what you don't like about yourself. So this is a year that personal revolutions happened. Earth 8 energy is like a mountain, and the mountain can also be a volcano. And when a volcano erupts, everything changes. So this is exactly the idea of the Earth 8 cycle in our life. If anything is not good, that thing will change. We will change, and nothing will be the same. So we need to reflect when we are in this year, and just embrace the opportunities, because it's life that's going to bring those opportunities. We don't have to do anything. Life will bring the opportunity and to us in order for us to change, and sometimes really reinvent ourselves altogether. Just be the revolutionary here. Finally, 9-5 cycle. It's the end of the cycle. Then another one will start again. This is my house because I'm a fire 9. So I'm in the end of a cycle. So this is the energy of the spotlight. Everything is upon us. All the light is upon us for all that is good and all that is not so good. So it's a time for recognition. It's a time for you to show who you really are. And if you have something, that you wanted to share with people, now is the time to do it, because people will see, people will watch it, people will recognize it. But it's not so good to start big projects because this is an end phase, not a beginning phase. So this is just a year to enjoy and show your true colors, of course, the love that you are, because, fire is all about love, is all about connections, is all about happiness and joy. So this is also a year to travel, to have some romance, and to share, you know, whatever you want to share with people around you. And this is what I'm doing this year in my 9 house year. I had this opportunity to be with you all here. So this is what I wanted to share today. I hope you understood, because I had to, you know, to run. Sorry, I had to run a little bit, or else I wouldn't have time. I don't know if you have any questions.
I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I'm wondering, when we say the year starts January 1st or February 4th or whatever it is, it seems to me that that's man-made, that that's just arbitrary. And then based on that, we have this entire system.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the...
Well, you have to, I don't know how to answer that that perception of yours, Gina. What we need to understand is we have cycles in life, right? And when we observe, when we are saying that the year changes in the 1st of January, this is man-made, right? We decided that the year started at this period. But when we say that the year, it changes around February, what we are doing is we are using the cycles of nature, because we can observe in nature that when we get to around the 21st of December, we have the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere, right? And in that specific day, what happens to the energy? We have the longest night in that day, right? The longest night in that day. So the shadow part of the energy is bigger than the lighter side of the energy, right? After the 21st of December, what happens to the days? What happens? They slowly get bigger, right? And you start seeing that the energy is now become, the days are bigger, so you have more light. So you have a young phase that is now restarting, and that will bring again springtime. Okay, so when they say that the year changes during that, in that time, what we are saying is we are like joining the rhythms of nature. After December, the yin completely decreases, and then yang starts to open up again, right?
Very good answer. I understand what you're saying, that it's a natural rhythm.
It's exactly like a natural rhythm, exactly. Okay, and then again in the summer solstice we have the other way around. The yang decreases and the yin starts to increase again. Okay, and then you have the cycles. When we perceive the cycles like this, we see that time is not a line, right? It's like a spiral, and we are always connecting to time like this. We are always connecting. Every night we experience a little bit of winter, right? Every dawn we experience a little bit of spring. Every noon we experience a little bit of summer, right? And in every afternoon we experience a little bit of autumn. And when we see the time being perceived like this, we understand that this is all a spiral, and we are all connecting to different stages of our lives into this spiral, and we are all connected also.
Sharon, you had a question?
Yes. There is no trigram.
No. 5 is a special number. You know why?
It's the center.
Yeah, it's the center. And you know who lived in the center?
Are you going to tell me?
Yeah, yeah, that was, I was asking, I don't know if you know this. It's the emperor. The emperor was the center of all things. So 5 is like the emperor, is at the center. And he has no yin and yang, and he has no trigram, but he has an element. He's a type of, is earth, but it's an earth that is in the exactly the center, so it's completely balanced. That it's why when we go to the center, when we are in our in the 5 in the Earth 5 cycle, we should stay at the center as much as we can. Don't move a lot. Don't do hasty movements. Don't do a lot of big changes in our lives, because it's a very unpredictable energy.
Thank you.
Okay. Have you been enjoying this year exactly as the cycle is asking you to, or not so much?
Yes.
Yes. Sharon, what is your Mingwa?
5.
You are a 5. Oh, okay. Okay.
I definitely feel the ups and downs.
Yeah, you know, but this is your own natural language. You know about this. You don't have any problems with this. Lots of us, when we go to the center, we have problems with this, with these up and downs, but not Earth 5 people. You are very strong. You are very resilient normally.
Yes, it's true, but it's still a life of ups and downs.
Yeah, it is.
And so finding balance is one of the reasons that I found macrobiotics.
Yeah, of course.
Because it has allowed me to balance my ups and downs of being number 5.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Nothing like macrobiotics can really connect us to this message of being in the center.
Yeah.
The middle way, it's the best way, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for your explanation.
Thank you also for listening. Any more questions? I did not use more than my time, right, Gina?
No, you're fine. Very good.
Yeah,
it's not exact.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Any more questions, anybody?
Yeah.
All right then. Well, then it remains only for me to give you my great appreciation and thanks. I really think you did I'm sure you have, what you presented is like nothing of what you know. It's just my sense is that you really own this material. It's really quite, it's an amazing information.
This is my language, at least. Of course, I do a lot better in my own language.
Nevertheless,
this is not easy for me doing it in English. I'm just starting now doing these small lectures in English. It's not easy. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm sorry for something, because this is not really easy for us to do this when we are not, using our own verbal expression. But I did it with my open heart, and you received me with your open heart, so everything goes well, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have a question.
Again, okay, good. Still have a minute.
I'm not sure. I came in late into the class, but I'm not sure. How do you know what year you are?
I showed you. I showed Dina.
Okay.
I can give, if Gina doesn't mind, I can give you my presentation, and you can send to everyone here.
Fine. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll give it to me, and then I'll send it to everybody.
You will send to everybody, okay, Dina? Because it's explained in the small document that I did. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And I don't have time, you know, we have someone else
Sorry,
coming now.
I know. Yeah.
So I don't have time to explain it again, but you find all that into the material. And also this is recorded, so you can see, you can watch the recording again, right?
Sure.
Jimmy?
Thank you.
So thank you very much. Muito obrigada. And I really appreciate it. Thank you very
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.